Yo. Alright, just look on Skype.
Hold on a sec. How do I turn down your volume right quick? I
Turn
don't know
down
what's up with
me.
this mic. Yeah,
Uh,
sometimes this mic's really loud.
let's see. You want to press that. It looks like a bar, and then it looks like a connection bar on your phone, like a signal bar.
Yeah.
Then you lower it down. I think you lowered yourself. You want to lower speakers,
I
not
haven't even clicked.
microphone.
I haven't clicked on anything yet.
Oh,
Uh,
that's weird. Your mic was really loud, but then it's all good.
all right, we'll try that.
Okay, am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be this page right here. You can see the screen, right? Like everything
Yeah.
that I'm doing and stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Um, we're gonna go over your runes and masteries because that's the first thing that we like to do. 80 carry standard. Okay, this needs to change into 5 and then 4 on magic resist. So you
Okay.
should have 5 attack speed and 4 magic resist, so it's like a 5-4 split. This is fine, this is fine. This should be just raw attack speed. You need 16%. 17% is like cutting the edge, but like having a balance of flat magic resist is also good too. So it's like the pros run 5-4, so I also imitate it by going 5-4. If you're a jungler, you go 6-3. 6 being attack speed and 3 being magic resist. But here you just go 5 and 4 because it's like an even balance. It'll give you about 16 to 17% attack speed, and that includes the quints. That doesn't just include the blues. That's not the page I was looking for. So I'm almost sure that Xayah's either go Warlords or uh, Fervor. Yeah, 92% of them in the pro scene they take Warlords, and I know why Warlords is so good right now. It's because of the current meta. They revolve around the rapid fire cannon.
Yeah.
People usually build rapid fire cannon and or Runaan's Hurricane. It is a very variant, but when you build the rapid fire cannon, it allows you to amplify your energized attacks by a 25% increased speed, which will allow you to get more Warlords procs. I actually learned of that, and I thought that was really cool. Static Shiv is also a good way to proc it too. You don't want to get all 3 crit items unless like the game drags on that long. It looks like the game does drag on that long. As for your masteries, so this is fine, this is fine. You can put 5 in here, that's fine. Instead of doing Bounty Hunter, I'd recommend doing Battle Trance, because then you stay in combat for 3 seconds and early game is really good. Battering
I've
Blows.
The only reason why I've been running Bounty Hunter lately is because I've been doing extremely well,
hmm
and I feel confident to get the 5 kills as I go throughout the game.
Yeah, you just need 5 kills to kill. You have to kill everyone once, but eventually, like Battle Trance is like early game for trading.
Yeah.
Double-edged sword sucks in the early game because like you take extra damage as an AD carry. You don't want to take extra damage. Bounty Hunter offers nothing until you get until you get at least 3 kills in order to mesh with Battle Trance. And another thing is that you only have up to 2 kills in lane unless jungler comes and you solo kill all 3 of them. So while you get a great mid game spike, you sacrifice all of your early game until you get 3 kills. And if you fall behind, it's completely worthless unless you again get 3 kills on unique champions. It used to be
Yeah.
7%, so it would be a lot better if it were 7%, but they lowered it. So ignoring that they lowered it, everything should be fine. Um, I still don't recommend Thunderlords only because like it's different to proc, and like the flat pen is not as good as percent pen that scales. Plus lethality is busted, so.
Yeah. I've just been doing really well with Xayah the last few days, so I've been playing her. I was playing Jin, but it's been so long. I mean, he used to be my main, but it's been so long since I've actually just sat down and played him.
Jhin is
So I've
actually
not.
good in the meta right now due to the lethality changes that have hit the patch recently.
I just
Another
not
thing.
been playing him as well, I guess.
hmm Another thing is that you can also go instead of going 12-18 and you know you switch it to 18-12. You can also switch it to um, 18-0-12 because you're up against a Lulu, which is the poke lane. So you use
Hmm.
it as a form of defensive sustain. The 0 would actually contribute towards I mean the 12 would actually contribute towards health regeneration, taking this mastery called Fearless.
That's what I used to do
hmm
for a while. That's what I was doing. I was running those, and then I've kind of been changing my masteries off and on depending on who I go against and stuff. I've actually even set up a page where if I'm going to change it, I usually just change it before the game starts. Can't remember what happened here.
Try to time the
Oh,
Lulu's flash. And then the Jin's flash. So Jin has no
Yeah.
flash, he has no heal, so he's dead. Okay, never mind.
I
If your
tried
Lee
to
Sin
flash
doesn't,
out. I
if your Lee
tried to
Sin
flash
doesn't
because
land
I
like
knew.
that.
Yeah.
Lee Sin, Lee Sin.
I seen him coming in for the flash, and I tried to flash away so he wouldn't auto me, and I didn't flash fast enough.
Well, you knew it was coming, right? Like you
Yeah.
had an idea that it was coming. In
Yeah.
response, you have your heal up, so you could have just healed. Because if you know he's gonna flash auto you, you just kind of heal it, and then he wastes his flashing, looks like a retard, and then like your team has a chance to catch up, and you're still alive.
Oh, usually when we get invaded like that early on, I just try not to burn my summoners.
Mm.
Because if I know for a fact I'm probably going to die, I usually just try and avoid not burning them. And then save them for a fight later.
Right, but at this level of play, it's very like yes, that's called greeting. Like what happens is you try to save them for later, but the cooldown for flash is more critical than a cooldown for heal, because the cooldown for heal is shorter than the cooldown for flash. So that means that it's likely to come up a lot sooner. And 4 minutes from now, there shouldn't be any kills like happening in general. So like they'll have their heal up in time. So now he gets away with using a heal. And unless you guys go for a level 2 or level 3 kill, that their statement doesn't make sense, because he just
Okay.
gets a free heal. Like you know what I mean? Like it's gonna come back up because you don't punish that. What you're saying is I'm using it for a fight later, which means you're saying I'm punishing him because he doesn't have heal and I do. But that's not gonna come for
Okay.
a few minutes, because you need a power spike of 3 at minimum level 3, because you have all your spells in order to fight him, and the lane isn't in your favor. You know, like right now the situation doesn't call for you to fight, and then you can't poke him down as much. Like nothing's happening. Like he's dodged that, and then he has lane control because now he can call for jungler assistance if necessary. So that statement doesn't work. So I think that you should have used your heal in order to save yourself.
Okay.
And another reason why I should save yourself is it's first blood gold. Like if you give it to anybody, you don't want to give it to anyone at all. Like if you're gonna give it to someone, give it to Lulu. Like I don't know what she's gonna do with that. She's support in this level of play. She's probably like 90% like retarded. But
Okay.
you gave it to Jin, I think. I don't remember. Somebody got first blood. I think it was Jin.
Yeah, Jin
So
flashed and
he can
fourth auto
snowball.
thing.
Like a good Jin would be able to snowball off of that, and a good Jin would not build Doran's blade. They either go ring or longsword. USRS.
Yeah,
What
I've been
the
going Doran's ring a lot
fuck?
lately.
The fuck was that? Holy shit, this guy. Boom. Okay. So now your heal comes in. That the only reason the heal was there was because you were gonna get critically low. So. I don't think you should be taking hard trades. I just think like it's the same thing. You should be focused on hard farming, because you're under this situation where you need to scavenge for farm because you're a little bit behind. If you're gonna look for a fight though, just remember that his heal does come up before yours, but his flash comes up at the exact same time as yours, because you guys both flash literally like a quarter of a second sooner, but the game registers it as aka the same time. So as soon as you flash, the moment you flash, the moment you have flash, he will have flash exactly at the same time. Kill her. She's dead. She's dumb. She walks up like that. Never let her do that. Like this is where you would take 18-12, because she is just dumb for playing like that. Like my god. Like I literally have.
I think that's
D1
why I
support.
did so well in lane, is because Lulu was like face checking me every second she got. I did not realize how bad I was farming in the beginning.
Yeah. Never
Here I ran out of mana,
never
and I
neglect your
didn't think
farm.
about it.
Mhm. Never neglect your farm. Like always prioritize. I prioritize farm too much actually.
There's some games I just can't last hit worth my life. I don't know why. I miss like every one of them for the first 3 or 4 waves, and then I finally get to where I can do something, and it sucks.
Okay, so the problem here is that you're and you have no wards right now, so you would probably have to play it stable, because Kane come over walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Their support just come back. Like I would just kind of play it defensively, just sit back, just wait for either A, Kane to show up, or B, wait for your ward to show up, because you don't know where Kane is. Mid lane just got a kill, or mid lane just got like some pressure. So Kane either answers mid or he answers bottom, so he answers bottom. This is where you would either flash, but you don't have flash yet. Okay, he takes the blow for you, he dies, you live. Why didn't he flash? I don't know. If you flash, you got hit, then you would have gotten snared. So right there, I would have just juked backwards as soon as Jin cast the bullet, and if Galio flashed forward, then you guys are both fine, because then you just walk out scot-free.
Alright.
That's the only micro thing. Like if you see the Jin W, you kind of just walk back and kind of just ignore the Galio. Galio took the bullet for you, but he didn't have to. He could have just flashed it.
Yeah.
Overview Galio. What the hell? All right. Okay. Cool. Xayah stats. Let's put the Xayah stats over here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figured you were busy a minute ago, so
Let
I
me
was
see what
about to
you're
start up
buying.
again.
Oh, that's fine. BF sword?
I
Okay.
usually try to get a
Wait,
BF sword
uh,
first, and then I build into a Zeal item.
wait, did you have extra, if you had extra gold, you could have bought is this your control word? I don't remember. I don't think that was your control word. Easy fight.
Yeah, I think so. That usually is mine because that's where I usually put them when I come in.
Yeah, it's yours. A good ward spot. It doesn't, like, provide anything unless you're expecting dives. At this level of play, diving just goes wrong for the opponent unless they're smurfing, but this it's very rare.
I get dove a lot. I have a lot of games where I just get ganked repetitively.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually just used to getting ganked, so
Flash.
I usually just try and keep as many wards up as possible. I do not remember hitting the plant there.
I think you shouldn't stand still when you auto like this. Like, while you get a double kill, it was a lot more effective for you not to stand still. So the first thing is, when you're fighting right here, so you flash forward, yes, that's very, very aggressive, and you have no heal, and they have no sums either. First thing is that when he flashes over here, you can see it, but you kind of just have to elect to ignore it because you're focused on these two. But he's trying to catch up to you. So what I would do is I would hit him. Okay, good. Move up. This way you
Okay.
stay in range of Lulu. Like, while you can see her right now, you want to make sure that she gets like you get on, like this skill shot that came out, like that little bit of extra damage does matter because now Kane just like sets up to get to kill you, and if you move up, you gain distance between this. Like, this is a mechanical thing. You just kind of shoot, move up, shoot, move up, shoot, move up, and then you try to run away from this guy. Also, as you're moving up, he kind of has to land this skill shot on you, and he already lands it on you because you're standing still. So because you're standing still, he knows like, oh, I can't miss because she's not moving in between his autos. So kiting is really important. Why did he reward? God damn it, that's hilarious. Wait. I'm gonna watch that fight again.
I was so aggravated this game.
Okay, so your heal wasn't up. You made it seem like your your heal was actually up, like the spectator. It's very difficult for me to work the spectator, but it seemed to me that I actually thought your heal was up, because it makes it look like your heal is up, but it's actually not up. Okay.
I don't remember what I bought here.
With 2 kills, that's about 600 gold, so you can buy a boots and a dagger. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, 600 gold, a boots and a dagger, yep. Like, it's kind of just like predictable. Like, that's the only thing that is most optimal for your buy. Like, you can't buy a component for pickaxe. You can't buy a longsword because then you'll have 250 gold just sitting there. So then unless you're buying another control word and a refillable
bought 2
pot, it
daggers.
just becomes awkward. How did you get another 300 gold? That's weird.
I think I had it from earlier. I think I had extra
Oh,
gold left over.
it just said you
and
had
I
like
just didn't.
600. Okay. Well, yeah, like it's just like the most optimal buy that you can get, and the only reason you get those 2 daggers is because you're gonna rush towards your zeal item and stuff.
Someone killed someone earlier, and I got gold from it. I think.
Oh, okay. Probably the cane that. Okay, never mind. Kind of cane. Ooh. So he's 6, and then
Yeah, I think I died here.
okay. Oh my
I
god.
walked into that one like an
Okay,
idiot.
so the first problem is that when you walked into lane right here, you shouldn't be looking to fight because this lane was already gonna push to you. So this is 4 CS. Well, no, 4 CS, yeah. So you got one of them. That's fine. But then like you knew that he was stronger than you because like he's been in more fights. He's also plus 12 CS on you, so you gotta catch up that difference. So instead, just let the lane push to you next time. Like in this
Okay.
situation, because it's a 1v1 support, like, 1v1 no supports, Fox Final Destination kind of thing. 1v1 supports nothing. You kind of now have to consider that you're pretending to solo lane, like as if you were mid or top. Now it's level 5 versus level 6, so you already had to back up like from the start. And these three will let you push into here, so then your lane will freeze itself here if you just let it sit and last it. Then he has to like either A, go hard on you and like risk getting killed by tower, or B, just let you farm for free. So what I would have done is, oh wow, the music. What I would have done is I would just like sit here and look at all these minions just sit here, and then you have it out. You're basically set. And another thing you could have done is you could have just sat here, outside of the range. Because this little gap, he turns it off, then he has to close distance to you, then you just walk back into tower and you're free.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, like his thing has an edge. Like you're probably busy like focused on dodging the first 4 bullets, so it's actually kind of hard to do. But yeah, there was an opportunity for you to get out of the range. He'll either keep it up or turn it off, and if he turns it off, then you just walk back and you're free. If he keeps it on, then he's just standing there sitting like an idiot, and he's like, is she gonna get back in? In what universe does a Lulu almost solo kill it? Oh my god.
I usually keep mine on when I'm playing Jhin, but that's just because a lot of people down here will literally walk right back into it, and then I just kill them.
Yeah, I see. So if they think the same way, then yeah, they'll just keep it back on, and then you kind of just stand there. You could probably just go CS or something while he's like, all right, you done, buddy? Like, you done? You're just sitting there just CSing while he's like, just you know, prepping that bullet. Like, holy shit. Alright, it's really bad that you lost the first turret, but how you can make up for it is if you let the lane freeze like around here. It's not gonna push because you killed those 2 creeps, so instead focus on the freezing part, aka last hitting. Because then you'll accumulate a massive farm lead. Right now pushing is fine because Jhin has the base and you'll just deny him some CS, but it's not gonna even out the gold. Because he solo kill you, so now he has threat. Threat as in like he can kill you. Because he goes back, he goes to buy, and when he shows up in lane he's strong.
I try not to sit still. I'm still working on that.
Kiting is actually really important. I didn't expect, like, I thought you said you were good at kiting, so I'm like, okay. Because, like, Jhin isn't good at kiting, like, at all. Like, he kind of just has to, like, he doesn't shoot,
There's some games I'll kite extremely well, and then there's other games I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's where I would play Tristana, like, to practice kiting. This is a very awkward, ulti right there. I use ulti, I've seen people use ulti as a form of defense in late game. I know that a lot of pros and a lot of higher elo people say that is obnoxiously broken as a spell.
Yeah, I try to use it as defense. I thought I was going to get the snare on her, and then Galio would taunt, and I'd miss the snare. I placed my ulti awkward.
So this is why Essence Reap is also really important. Keep an eye out on your mana. This is really free. What? Okay. Oh my god, that binding. You know it's a low elo game when people already complain about the fucking binding for this shit. Like, holy crap.
Morg was so mad this game.
Oh my.
Morg was like flaming everybody and having a fit. I thought I stepped out of range there, and then I walked in. I guess I hadn't. I took an extra shot I didn't mean to take. I didn't realize I took that extra shot there either. Yeah, for a while, the only thing I've worked on was trying to focus CS and take towers. I tried not to fight, all that. And I've been working on kiting as I go. In some games I remember to kite and I do it well, and then other games I don't get anywhere. I watched that kill when Jhin killed Morg. I told her to back. I pinged her to back because I knew it was coming, and she just didn't back.
Yeah, it's lack of respect. Basically, when it comes to skill shots, just pretend everything will kill you. Like, in short, that's how I like practice dodging skill shots. Like, everything will kill me. Like, I just assume that, and then just kind of... You also play off the sound. Like, people who don't play with sound are kind of retarded. Because every player in the world has to play with sound, because then they play off of memory. This is easy. You don't have to ult here. You just kind of just sit still until you get attacked. Okay, right there I would have ulted. The reason why is because... Okay, not there. I mean, like, you know, what? Not there. I mean, like, as in, like, when Echo ults back, it's gonna hit hard. If he plays If he plays like shifter style, which nobody could do because shifter echo is like godlike, it would explode. Like he would W on top of himself and then like set up the ulti so that not only does he land on the ulti, but or land an ulti and break you, but it W's you, and it'll explode and does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah, I've been blown
and
up.
stun after that. Don't forget about that too.
Yeah.
So what you should do is you should press R when he when you see the animation. Let me go back. Watch. Let's go back. Back one more. So right here, here's what I would have done. Right there, I would have ulted. Like if you're gonna prep it, here's how the team fight goes. So you're right clicking. This is a great position. Like whoever did he engage this? No. Okay, you get knocked up. Somebody had to. Oh, so Fiora just goes in. Oh, Galio goes in too. Okay. If I were Galio and I had ulti, I would have ulted right here. Like I would have backed up, taunted, backed up, chilled, ulted. Then kaboom, everybody gets knocked up. Otherwise, you know, they get fucked. Triple ban taun's actually pretty good too. That's why the team fight probably swung towards your favor. Anyway, you auto attack. It's chill. You have your finger is what we call a trigger key, and as soon as you see that little invulnerability, press R right away so you don't take a single point of damage. You jump up, you're invulnerable, he's invulnerable, but you activated your spell later, so therefore you dodge his spell, and then you don't take all this excess damage. Though small, and you still win the team fight, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean that you should ignore it, because again, pretend that everything can kill you, and that's the only way you've got to dodge it. Alternatively, flash. That's it. But like either way, like some way to avoid it, but practice using your ult to dodge it. So I would have ulted to dodge it, and then I would have shot this, and then he has no ult, so this flash right this is fine. Like this is fine to dodge it, but like he kind of dies because like yeah, this flash is kind of ox. He dies because Fiora pokes him. You don't know that, but like even if you got stunned, he can't kill you. Yeah. Even if he ignites you, he still can't kill you. You're just too. He doesn't deal enough damage for you to do that. With just a Morello, like if he had Lich Bane, he would kill you, like for sure. Because his casting his W right there would allow him to get a Lich Bane proc. He slaps you once you get killed. Like you will die.
I think I'd walked and based here because I didn't want to fight.
Wait, there's two wards here though, so you make sure you get those. That's like free money.
Yeah.
And EXP.
I got both of them.
Did you know that like fucking invading and killing a person once, you get less EXP than if you killed a ward at level 1? Like apparently killing a ward at level 1 gives you more EXP to hit level 2 faster on the first fucking wave.
I've hit level 2 quite a few times doing that.
Bullshit logic. Like what the hell game, dude? Like, actually dumb. Like
yeah,
by the way, I'm actually worth more than I'm actually worth less than a gold, and I mean a ward, and I'm like, what? Hello? Game? What the fuck? So it's more effective for you to fucking
place those control wards in the tribe pushes, and they'll have like 2 or 3 wards just sitting there, and I'll hit level 2 or 3 off of it.
Yep. And you're just like okay game, thanks for free levels, and then like you level 2 power spike them out at the first wave, and you're just like sup, and then you're like what the fuck, they're like what the fuck, how did you hit level 2 so quick? Because everybody expects you to hit 2 at the second wave.
Yeah.
Okay, right here I would just shove this next wave with her and then set up for dragon by pushing out bot lane, because you like while you're here you're kind of just soaking her EXP, like you're just taxing her. Now you could let her push like this, but this is a big wave, and then there's another coming wave, so that you're kind of just gonna miss out on all this CS for free. Okay, so you're looking for fights more. I would have gone bottom and just power farmed that.
I think I got with her because she was the one that was ahead. And I was just trying to stay alive so I could farm and catch back up, because I was behind at this point, I felt like.
Oh my gosh. You dodged that, I like that.
I didn't even realize I dodged it.
Like you just kind of moved to the side a little, but you didn't take damage. That ulti was unnecessary. Remember, just like I would preserve the ulti not for damage.
I don't think we get the gen here. I'm not sure.
No, it's fine. Instead, just push out the wave. If he sits for Volibear, like you don't really have to. Oops. You don't really have to
I don't
worry
know what
about
it
the
was
Volibear
with
too
last
much.
night that every time it was like Volibear was getting picked. I got so annoyed with it because every time I thought I'd be. There was one game I literally it didn't matter what I tried to do. This Volibear would flash and then flip me.
Yeah, that's important because like that's typically what he's supposed to do. Like that's his engage. Like that's his only engage, but that is his engage, and it's dumb as fuck. But like that's the only way he actually knows how to do anything. His only form of impact is to flip people off. Like, all right, that's cool too. I mean, like, I guess.
I think after the fourth time of dying to it, I was getting mad.
I
I
was like,
was getting
all
annoyed
right,
with it.
yeah. Well, the first thing
Do
is
what?
that like the whole point of playing any carry and quote unquote positioning is you're supposed to not get caught by, or you're not supposed to be in that position where he could just go up and flip you. You know, like yes, he will flash onto you and shit, but like you should be so far back to the point where he's like, well, I can't see him. If I gotta see him, I can't flash flip him, like that kind of thing. Like if he can't see you, or he can't reach you, like you should be making him dive through your other four players as a form of like you know, a wall of defense.
I think here I ran away so I didn't get caught by the gen. No, never mind. That was the one I should have never done that.
Holy fuck, they're like so aggressive. Like I like how they play the flash. Like if I were Jin, like I would actually snowball this game a lot harder than like than he is. Like he's 9-4 and he's kind of building crit lol. Rapid fire cannon, interesting. I would have built no, rapid fire cannon is correct. I would have built the same, just not the crit cloak. But the fucking dagger. Lee, really? Lee, what is a ward hop? Lee, what is a ward hop? Excuse me? Playing Lee without ward hopping in 2017. Okay, it was down, to be fair. Wait, why is it down? Let's find out. Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck? 2 inches! He closed 2 inches of distance. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, great job, Lee. You wasted a 14-second cooldown to close 2 inches of distance. Okay, at that point, you just stop chasing. Just give up on yourself, man. That is not the kind of play that right there is.
Can I use the bathroom right quick?
Yeah, I'll pause the replay.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
Okay, I'm gonna continue playing then. You just respawn. That's pretty much it.
Alright.
How do I play this? Oh, yeah, okay. So it just stood still for a little bit. It's just bug.
No, with those few tips you gave me, I've been winning like crazy the last few days.
Yeah, the most important thing is just muscle memory that comes from like dodging skill. Just pretend everything will kill you. Like everything will kill, like except for auto attacks. I mean, like auto attacks, like you can't dodge those, but
I think here they were doing a fight, and I decided to just take the tower.
Yep, that's fine. Like you don't have to show up to fights because this is actually a really big advantage for you. So another thing is when you soak, when you go to side lanes and soak EXP, aka the double lift strategy. I do that a lot, by the way. When you do the double lift strategy, you what you do is you Jesus Christ. Remember he has what? Did you flash? Yeah, you flashed. No, you should have just kited around. You didn't need to flash. You're fine. I mean, like you could try to be predictive and everything, but you do it based. This is fine. I accept that. That is fine. And the reason why is because you almost got hit by it. This flash, however, not good. Like this you're just flashing on his face. So if he actually tumbled backwards and hit you, which he didn't do because it's on cooldown, he would kill you. Yeah. All right, Lulu. All right. I would do the same though. Holy shit, her skill order is garbage. She's level 9 and she have one ability max. Nope, split everything because giving everything even scaling is like a proper genius move, dude. Static Shiv is not an optimal buy that I would opt for. I would pick Rapid Fire Cannon rather than that, or Runett's Hurricane. Like I know people build Hurricane, like for sure. Anyway, what you need to do is you need to soak the side lanes. I was going over that before that whole engage just started happening. So when you soak the side lanes, aka the double strategy, which I do a lot, it's how I get strong on Swain. You soak you just go to the side lanes and you just start clearing minions. Like right here, you should just answer bot lane. And you should constantly be answering side lane waves, and the reason why you should be answering those side lane waves is 1, to make up for the gold deficit that you had in the early game. 2, you gain solo EXP, so you actually catch up in levels quicker, or or get ahead in levels sooner, thereby getting a power spike. Because if you're level 12 and your enemy AD carries are barely level 10, almost level 11, you have a level 2 ulti and they don't. You know what I mean? Jin is level 11, which means he has a level 2 ulti, but you're not even close to 11. Like barely now, you're still not close to 11, you know, and then you're probably gonna get fucked again. Good, stay in range, stay in range. Oh, never mind. Stay inside the Galio ult, because then by the time the king gets out, kaboom, there's a chance that the thing will hit. That's all. And by the time I think Galio lands, he increases your damage reduction, so you have a potential chance to live. Kane is just retarded.
I die a lot to the Kane ult.
Fuck is that flash? Oh, he didn't auto attack. And if I were Lulu, like since I like main Lulu like since season 4, like up to like pro level play, like first of all I would have maxed E. Second, that would have I would have killed him like 1v1 with E maxed, because that's just how I am. Like Jesus Christ, this guy, dude. Holy shit. This Lee is just.
I've gotten to where I also run around if I get behind and I look and see that the jungler is just not farming their jungle at all anymore, I'll start taking their jungle.
I think that's bad practice, but I think you should take red buff whenever you feel like it, because red buff is yours, and red buff doesn't belong to a jungler like Maokai. Like for sure, take the red. If you're mid, take the blue. Don't give a fuck about your jungler. And maybe take the raptors, but don't take the wolves or the krugs. Those take too long. Like wolves are fine, but they're in this like really awkward position, and krugs take way too fucking long unless you're actually desperate. In a flash level, like what is this fucking level of play? All right, let's watch what you're doing. I only would just want to see like improvement from now is just using your stuff defensively just to stay alive. Because the point about AD carrying is positioning yourself.
Yeah, I was not expecting that damage.
Yeah, it's kind of fast. So
that was that was one of the moments.
As soon as I saw a 550 crit, I was like, I just stopped talking, dude. Auto. Hey, all right.
Yeah, I seen that and I was like, what in the hell? This shit's fucking broken.
So another thing about positioning is like this is like a Katarina kind of thing, is like you wait till something happens and then you make your move. Like it's like patience is very, very important in this game, because like you want to wait till Volibear drops his fucking fling on somebody else and then you go in on him, because if he flings someone else he can't fling you. It's the same thing as Mork bind. Like okay, I can go in forward and kill them all, but Mork could bind me and stop me. So if I wait for the binding to go out, oh the binding's out, okay now I can fight, you know? Like
I think this is where I start
carry.
popping off though.
The fuck?
But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So you apparently from this point forward you seem to get 19 more kills and die 3 times. Interesting.
I was so aggravated. I cannot tell you how aggravated I was this game. I was just extremely aggravated.
Take top lane farm. There's a big wave ramping up there, and there's no second tower inhibitor, so that's either gonna push back towards you. Actually, no, it's gonna ramp, but like you should still soak the CS. Cause right here, you get 2 CS, and then you potentially quote unquote get a tower, but there's 3 defending it, so you get nothing out of it. Man, you can't soak anything else. After you push this really hard, just pressure the inhibitor, then rotate bottom. To be honest, there's a massive wave of creeps. Just take all that wave. Okay, you dodged it. That's fine. Okay, that's fine too. Stand behind the Galio, move down, yeah. Good. Ulti, yep. Auto. The creep. Hit the creep. Just hit the creep. Because you can't hit anything else. Just hit the minions. Okay, yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, if you just hit the minion, then just backed.
I didn't even see that creep there.
That's a very good flash. Holy shit. That is actually one of the most like clutch flashes I've ever seen. He deserves that kill. That was a very clutch flash. This guy's 10 and 1. That's like a very good flash. That's the kind of flash that you would see like, oh, that's gonna kill me, or that's the kind of shit I need to avoid in order to like fuck shit up. Like that is the good shit.
Are you talking about my flash or the Kane flash?
The Kane's flash. The Kane's flash on the morgue. Like it was so perfect. That is the cleanest flash. Like I just want to see that. Like it's just the angle that he does it. It's absolutely perfect. Like I've seen perfect flashes, but like that's just like it's just like for the kill. That's right. That's the right thing to do. I'm just gonna replay it again. Like this is the kind of shit that you would have to avoid. Like you know that like first he knows that one of binding has to come out at some point, so he has his finger ready. As soon as he turns around, that's a flash. Like this is obvious as soon as she starts turning around. Super smart flash. Purely reactionary based on Morgana literally turning around. What's up?
I didn't even. That is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, like as soon as she turns around, she's gonna shoot the binding. She doesn't just look left and shoot the binding to the right. The game doesn't work like that. She has to look at her target and then shoot it. That's how skill shots work. That's how people dodge skill shots. They look at the character, not the fucking projectile. Like the projectile is also important, but just look at the character. Hence, like people who dodge thresh hooks, they hear the sound. Oh, he's twirling the hook. Dodge it.
Oh.
Or the hitbox. Like another thing is the hitbox. Like when they physically see the hitbox, they just run out just hide the hitbox.
That's how I used to dodge blitzcrank hooks, and then I got so used to playing without sound or with music on.
Nice. He's
Now I've just gotten to where I kind of watch animations the best I can. I don't dodge them all though. There's a couple games ago I got hit with like every blitzcrank hook. One of them, I don't know how it got me. I was standing behind like 4 minions, and it just like goes right in between every single one of them. And they were stacked up like they were before I started auto and all this CS, but I don't know. It was a weird blitzcrank hook. I don't know how he managed to get it.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend Infinity Edge. I actually still would recommend Essence Reaver. It provides the same thing as Infinity Edge except for the damage. The problem isn't your damage. The problem is just your survivability and your long-term consistency in team fights. Essence Reaver allows you to crit, right? And then like you just sustain mana. Okay, good. Now look at top lane. Okay, Fiora's farming that. You should back. Like, see, most of the time you're backing not just because of your mana, but like it's just weird amounts of gold that are sitting in your inventory. You should definitely back a lot more when you have. Okay, Renan's Hurricane is fine. That's fine. That's fine. Just hit it like this. But Essence Reaver would have been more optimal for you to sustain yourself. Also, you would have 30% CDR, which allows you to use more ult, which allows you to sustain more, like that. No, not forward. Oh my god. I would have ulted backwards to kill the Kayn, because then if you kill the Kayn, you allow your team to live a little bit longer. And having all your forces survive is really important. The reason why is because now, like, while Fiora is alive, I would have just left the Galio alive so that he could tank Baron. Because now you guys have the 2-man Baron instead of 3-manning it. Okay, well, you guys can 3-man it with Lee, but Lee is like kind of retarded. Like the guy ward hops 2 inches. Like what the hell is he gonna do? Like I bet you anything he's gonna miss smite or some shit. Like goddamn, dude. I've seen Lee's miss smite. Like goddamn. No, wait. Why you got? Just go on Baron. Stop chasing him. Jhin doesn't do anything. Like he'll have to get into kill range. Like if he shows up, just do the Baron. You guys missed your chance. Holy moly! You guys chased the Jhin. This is very bad. If they teleport in, well, they don't have anything. Yeah. They can't do anything about this. Jhin has ulti, but that's not gonna do anything. But you see how long it's taking Fiora to tank it, right? So like, if you had Galio tanking, it'd be a lot easier. Well, you guys got it. But just kill the most fed player on their team, Kayn, and then their entire team becomes useless because they don't know how to play around anyone that's not Kayn. Because Echo is 6 and 12, garbage, and then Volibear tank is actually 6 and 10, dumb. Okay.
I was trying to jump over and
Yeah, I
I
saw.
didn't quite.
I know, you just got in the thing. Hilarious. Okay, so you fight this right here. Heal him. Oh, never mind, you don't have to heal. It doesn't look like you heal.
I think I get blown up here.
Yeah, just auto attack him. Because he's standing still via the binding. You win this. Okay. If you move to the left, you would have won it because your goal is to focus the Jhin. I would have played them a little bit better because like when the binding landed, that was an indicator that you had an opportunity to move back a little or move down side by side and attack the Kayn because he can't move against your binding, and you know that he doesn't have flash because he flashed earlier in order to make that sick play, and then Jhin kind of just has to stand still where he's reloading, so it gives you time to attack him. Death stance is a little bit weird. I think I would have gone for.
I either get Death Stance or Bloodthirster.
I think I would have gone for Mortal. I think I probably would have gone for just the. Actually, I probably would have gone for QSS. And the reason why I would have gone for QSS, like kind of defensive wise, is because you don't want to get stunned. You don't want to get stunned. You don't want to get like polymorphed. That's very important. You don't want to get snared by the Jhin because Jhin will fuck you up. Stunned by Echo, by the way, not by like Kayn or anything like that, but like any of those threats to kill you. But Bloodthirster is also an extremely good option. Like, not even kidding. That is the very powerful item. Death Stance is okay as to make up for the CDR that you're lacking from Essence Reaver. But if you had Essence Reaver instead of IE, that's literally max CDR. So you would have 40%, which means that your ulti would go from being 11.2. It would be about 100-second cooldown, which is actually really important because that's like, you know, 40. So you use more ults. I'd recommend. Holy shit, the position for this thing is really bad. Why is he? Okay, so you can ignore this and just focus that because he's actually crazy. Wow.
I didn't even realize he was doing Drake here.
Oh, he was like on the map just now. He killed the ward for you guys and then he started doing it.
I think we backed off because I backed off because I didn't want Jhin behind me.
Well, wait, but Jhin behind you, but that means he's 1v4 flanking. And then your team 4v1s him. Like he can't flank. He's not a tank. You know what I mean? Like if I were like Annie and I flank, I have a nuke, you know? But what can Jhin do? He's gonna like, I'm opening up. By the way, I'm standing still. I only have 4 shots. Oh, I also am a flashless AD carry that has nothing to offer for the team other than a flanking ulti that does nothing if I miss any of the shots. Like, he's basically saying, please kill me, and I'm revealing where I'm standing. Like you know what I mean? Like, he's like retarded if he flanks you. Lucian can flank, but that's stupid too. Corki can flank, you know, like that's an AD carry that can flank. Okay, this is an easy. Oh, okay, your ulti is a little awkward, but you could just stand still and do this. Yep. Why did this auto go to the right? Oh, you hit a minion. I would have moved to the left.
I think
there.
I get a Mortal Reminder next. Is my
nice
next item.
dodge. That was freaking sick. I like that. Like that was the only skill shot you truly dodged that like really mattered because look how low HP you got. You just like move to the left casually. I like that. Like I would do the same thing. Your style of shooting should be like you should just like attack, move, click, and then you should just have your mouse ready to dodge a skill shot that is incoming. In that instance, the only thing I would have tried to have you like actively practice dodging would be the Kayn knockup, because that's the only thing that kind of fucked you up in your damage output. Because like if you get hit by a skill shot again, everything can kill you, and if you didn't get like you got super low, and the only reason you're that close to being alive is 1 because of your death stance, and 2 because of the lifesteal that you were given due to death stance. So what I would have done is, like I said, I would have tried to like stand still and auto attack, and maybe move in between auto attacks, and then spam click when I see the Kayn knock up just to dodge it.
I have my attack moves bound to my left mouse button.
Yeah, at that point, well, you got attack move means you're attacking the nearest target, but it doesn't allow you to issue a movement command. You have to like You have to A click, you have to A, like, or you left click, then you right click, like a bunch. Then you continue to A click. That's how it works. It only allows you to move after you've initiated the auto. It doesn't it doesn't like have you kite perfectly. It's really awkward. Oh,
I don't know what I was thinking there.
well, I mean, like the only thing, I mean, you could just lifesteal off of it. It's no big deal. Guardian Angel is an interesting item. I wouldn't recommend it though. If once you die and you come back to life, they'll just still kill you again.
Yeah.
Not a lot of AD carries will ever buy that unless the game is like forced to be like that, like Callista.
I think I bought it because I was just trying to freaking. Because there was a few times where everybody was super low and we lost a team fight because I wasn't back up in time or something. I died. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what I was thinking there. Like I said, this game I was just extremely tilted. I was just so mad because I got blown up by the Jhin so early and yeah.
Alright, so the only tip right there I could say is that if you had GA and you still had to proc the GA, it just means that your positioning would have allowed you to die in that scenario. So let's go over it again. Not that. Not the GA procking, literally. So Kayn just straight solo kills you. No, it's not just a Kayn. That's actually a pretty good ulti by you. If you have flash, I would have flashed over the wall or positioned myself over the wall. Okay. And if you died here, it's no big deal. Actually, it is a big deal. Your Baron comes up in 40, but you guys can't even fucking take Baron. I hate that. This is a very interesting. Wait, no. Are you chasing? No, look at this wave. This is a very. I mean, if you guys push mid, sure, but these side lane waves are just gonna. I mean, they'll ramp, but I would recommend pushing them out. This one especially, like, holy shit, that's a lot of free. It's like free gold and EXP that you just miss out on. Like, this is the problem in I see every single day. Like, as Swain, I would not have gone for this mid lane call. Like, I would have just defended top. Like, see, there's even people pinging it as proof that, like, it's just that important. Like, you guys don't have a creep wave right here to crash into it. So you guys are just standing here for an abnormal amount of time. And then they're just going to come back while the minion wave is coming up. And then by the time that it gets there, look at this. Now she's dead. Like, see, like that. There was no point in like doing that unless you have a wave. So instead, that's why doing the side lane waves were more important. Like, it's just, I saw it coming. I didn't see the Morgana dying. I just knew that something was gonna happen that wasn't in a favor. Like, now Fiora gets all that EXP and stuff that you could have gotten yourself for like a potential 6th item, but like, you know. Yeah, just like if you're gonna push mid, make sure that there's a wave like in position for you to ramp it up. That's why when I said earlier, like when you guys were mid, there was like a massive wave like this one bottom. You guys just go from mid to bottom, and then you guys hit the tower, and then they gotta answer mid, then they gotta rotate bottom, then you'll kill this tower for free, and then like you guys just go back up to Baron, and then it's done. Like, right now, this is a ramping wave, so this is gonna be a slow push. By the time this wave crashes into it, they got a massive fucking creep wave like built up here, and you guys get a free Baron, because then it's gonna be 5v4. 90% likely that it will be a 5v4, but it's not gonna happen now because nobody's answering bot lane. Killer. Dumb. Shoot over the wall. It's fucking easy. Yeah, just stand in between the gate because he's like dumb. Dumb.
Yeah, I went and bought a moral reminder there. I think I sold something.
You sold your shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Finish the Baron, TBH. Good. Reset, recall, heal, do Baron. I don't understand. You should have
I
just
was not expecting him to kill me there.
Yeah, you never wanna, like, okay, not never, but like, it wasn't guaranteed. Second, it would be better to just back, reset, heal, and then just move to the next objective because your recall is literally twice as fast as theirs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, half the speed of theirs. So therefore, you just teleport, or you just teleport quicker back to the base. And then after teleporting back into the base, you go to Elder Dragon and then do it as a 5-man. And then they take longer to respawn because it takes forever for them to get there. So you get an Elder Dragon and a Baron, then you just run it down mid and you win every single 5v5 no matter what.
Yeah, that one, I was not expecting Jin to kill me. Because I seen he didn't have his 4th auto up, and I was like, oh, it's just his normal auto. So I should be able to kill him right quick because he's low. And then I died. I think I die here. Not sure.
Well, I mean, you're actually over here while all the business is happening. So we're gonna see exactly what you do in this team fight. They're so fucking low. Lol. Your Lee should not be on the... Okay. Very awkward ulti. You're using your ulti as a source of damage rather than an escape. As a defensive mechanism. If anything, you can just use it to dodge his 4th shot, and then like it flies and you just negate it, and you kind of just fuck them.
I think there I started to turn around and go help Morg out, and then she killed him. And I come back. I don't know. This game I was so aggravated. I really try not to get aggravated about playing because I know what happens and it's just part of the game. There's sometimes just I don't know what to think.
Alright, so you just charge into the fuck? What? You have Baron. What? You guys are dumb. Oh my god. This is... Whoever's pinging this is like an ape. Like, honestly, like... I mean, now it works because you guys didn't even focus the tower. The whole point was just to kill the tower. You have Elder Dragon. Just start fighting. Good. Galley ulti. Hit the tower. Yep. Kite like that. Yep. It should be game. As soon as Lulu decides to end, like, it was already game. She builds like an ape too. Like, holy shit. No, stop fighting. Like, just go get the top side of the tower. Like, you instead of going over there and again wasting your ult, you waste your ult a lot. Just sit over here on this side and just wait until they start like walking this way to answer mid, and then just shoot this tower. Like, this entire time you could have just taken the objective rather than actually like force the fight. Though you have Elder, like, you don't have to force the fight. Okay. Like, see, this is like pointless. All this fighting. Because look what they have to deal with, and now you have a Baron buff too, right? So it amplifies their pressure under the map. Like, this is not like killing these people isn't as important at this point because it's, again, you guys have died 120 times total, like both sides. Like, there's no point in adding more to the fucking numbers because what needs to go down now is towers. Like, at this rate, it's like you guys are nobody's getting towers at all. Like, there was 2 towers that were free. If anything, you could have gotten 1 at least. You guys got 2 inhibitors, but then with 2 inhibitors with Baron powered minions and Elder Drake, you don't even have to touch them. You just let the minions run the base down itself. The game was actually over. Like, if everybody played it right, if you didn't move from top to mid. And the reason why it was over is because, like I said, just run them down. Okay, am I really watching this? Like, this auto attack animation is fucking great. Holy shit. Watching it, I'm watching a Volibear slap the shit out of the fucking super minion. It looks funny. He's just like thug, 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 like fucking Homer Simpson, like making that stupid ass sound or whatever that is. Jesus Christ. Okay, so final fight goes towards you. Just run down the base, you win. Like, the moment somebody dies is over. Like it's that easy. You don't even need to do anything here. Just end the game. Okay, that's hilarious. Just stand still, yeah. Just not go forward. Just end the game. Like, you don't even need to. You just attack, move, click, and he died. Like, holy shit, that was easy.
Yeah, Lee was running to me and my heal was up. As soon as he freaking
This
We
game
got
has a
ready
lot
to
of
knock him up.
this game has a lot of problems in the sense that there's like not just macro problems like decision wise, but like mechanical problems. You're using your ulti too much as a form of like offensive damage when you should be using it as an escape. Against their team comp, if I were seeing a Volibear, right? If I see him get really, really, really close to me and I get flung in, either I die instantly, right? Or
Hmm.
I escape his thing as soon like you get flung in, then you ult out and you're good. Or you get flung in and you don't just ult out. You let me log off. Okay, I'll just like close this. Um, you ult out like as soon as you get flung into the combat, you just ult and push and run away kind of thing. Like like for that brief time that you're invulnerable. So you use it as a form of escape. It is very advantageous if you use it as a form of escape.
Um,
A lot of the times you did die because like you had your ult available as an escape, but then you use it as a source of damage. It was just kind of weird. But that wasn't the only issue. Another issue was also like choosing the farm minion waves. When you're behind, last hitting, like obviously you can improve on that, but like if you're behind in last hitting, like you were minus 18, minus 20 for a certain amount of time, and then like what ends up happening is you'll have to farm up an X amount of time in order to make up for the difference in farm in between you and your opposing laner. So in order to do that, you must answer and enter these side lanes. And so the problem I saw was that you did not answer by entering the side lanes. Remember when I said like you guys pushed mid, right? And then all of a
yeah.
sudden there was like a huge ass wave top that Fiora had to answer. And there was like 50 pings up there, and I was like, I told you. And so that's another thing because like you guys don't have a wave mid, so that's another thing. You didn't see where your wave was, and by the time you get there, can you ram that wave into the tower and do anything with it? And the answer right there was no, because then you guys just stood there for like 30 seconds, right? And you didn't get a
Hmm.
single auto on the tower, which means that the entire time you could have actually just went back to the base, purchased an item, go top, take all that farm, go back again, purchase another item, and then go back down, shoot all that farm, soak up a fuck ton of EXP, and then potentially get a +1 level lead or even out the EXP between you and Jin, and then have a lot of gold in your bank, and then like just start fucking them up. So you would have actually been able to finish your item sooner had you answer the top and bottom waves more effectively. You would have been able to catch up in EXP because he was +1 level, almost +1.5 levels on you. But then you caught up with it by answering the bot lane wave, so you were only minus like 1 level. You were 10 and he was like 11. And remember what I said, like you could potentially hit level 11 or even level 12 and be like very, very far ahead of your opponent by the time that you answer the wave. So it just becomes it's very variant, of course. Like it's not like the solo EXP is kind of hard to predict because like the longer you the higher level you are, the more difficult it is for you to get solo EXP because that's just how it works. Like you have to kill more minions in order to level up. It kind of makes sense. Then the next thing is decision making during team fights. It's like you kind of die a lot, and like the flashes, those are micro stuff. Like the way you just improve on your dodging is, again, you play on the sound and then like you play on the reactions. Like there's stuff that you can react to, which is like the echo ulti, which is when you see his HP invulnerable and you think it's gonna hit you, just press R or flash it. You flash the echo W, which is kind of awkward because it doesn't hurt you. It just gives him a shield and allows him to like fuck you up, but he didn't have the damage. Uh, let's see. You didn't flash for any retarded kills. Like you didn't like just flash auto for one kill that was already secured. No, none of that ever happened. So that's good. It's bad practice to do that unless you really need the gold for something. Like if you're trolling your friends, like yeah, sure, I would do that. But that's the only thing I could say. As for the objective control, I think that you should just do Baron and then recall. That's a practice that everybody should get used to. It's called Baron Reset. Like, not Baron Reset as in like you reset the HP on Baron, but Baron Reset as in like you finish the Baron and your team just gained global gold of 300. That is amazing because it can contribute towards an item. So like if you can purchase something, you purchase it and then you just back and buy it because and then that's what like that's a Baron power spike in terms of gold. It's just too efficient of a recall to not take. And if you need to, in the case that it does arise, bot lane, top lane, you can answer them. If somebody crashed the wave into them, you know what I mean? Like massive
Hmm.
creep waves, you can answer them. So now you get 300 global gold, and then you answer a creep wave because when you recall, you answer it. You teleport back in 4 seconds instead of 8 seconds, allowing you to have a shorter time to get back to the creep wave. And more importantly, when you get to the creep wave, when you recall and you're there and you run to the creep wave, you actually run faster when you have Baron recall. So you will get to the creep wave a lot sooner, which allows you to get a lot more gold. So you don't just get 300 gold from the Baron itself, you get more out of it. You potentially get more global golds from the towers that you will take down the line, and then you will also get more gold from the minions from the side waves that you clear. And then of course, like the macro strategy of 131, 140, 410, etc., like splitting and diverting, doesn't apply to AD carry. You're not a split push AD carry. Like it doesn't work for you. Like you'd rather send someone like Jax Tryndamere, Fiora. In this case,
Yeah.
you had a Fiora with the teleport. Like you would send them to split push the lane, and it just becomes a four. You send four of your guys mid, and then you send Fiora top or bottom, and then like she just teleports into the fight or just runs down the lane. And then when you guys get Elder Drake, which is the other thing I was gonna try to point out, just get Baron, reset, then run straight to the Elder Drake, then 5v1 Elder Drake, get the Elder Drake, then force a team fight there. And you're always gonna be safe 90% of the time because they have to dive hella hard in order to get to you, and then you just press R and you win. Because Xayah late game R is actually really strong as a form of defense because it's like a Zanya's, just as long as you don't Jensen it. And then afterwards, uh, after you guys take Elder Drake, if you don't force the fight, you're still fine because next you just charge mid and top or mid in general. The awkward thing is that I actually thought you had more minions in the mid lane, but it didn't. It turned out you didn't have a single fucking minion in the mid lane when I said like you guys should have pushed that Nexus turret. You guys should have just stayed on the Nexus turret and let Lee Sin go up there and shove the wave himself, and then pressure them to stay in the mid while he ramps the wave, then answer to him. Like he's pulling the wave to him, like he's bringing like the cavalry along. You just have to hold the front line so that they don't answer to the cavalry before he gets there. So then, like, instead of all you guys rushing through there at once, because then like, oh, now we can just clear out the mid lane for free. Because then, like, you have to stay within a certain range for the Baron empowered buff to stay on the minions. The moment you leave it, the minions don't get Baron empowered anymore. So when you guys like started team fighting on like this side of the map, right? Like let's say this is the whole their base. When you guys started fighting over this section of the map, this section where the Nexus turret was with the Baron empowered creeps, they're just regular creeps. They die faster to the tower. If you were actually fighting here or just stood here still, you just kite backwards and just stood still, the minions would fuck up the tower. Tower goes down. Now the enemy team can't like go forward anymore because they don't have the safety of their tower to rely on. They only have the safety of this tower, which is not even close in range. So then you guys move forward. Now you have two creep waves from top already wrapped up on top of the tower, and one creep wave from mid, so one wave here, and just crashes into this turret, and then they're like, what the fuck? And then like they lose that turret, and then after that you may A, force a fight, or B, just focus the Nexus. And you just win by massive minion control, massive Baron empowered minions, Elder Dragon, don't forget about that, and then like you just hit the fucking Nexus and it dies. So all that, like you could have ended the game a lot cleaner. That was definitely a whole team decision. On your part, you could have just stayed up at top lane, didn't even have to move a single muscle down. Like you could have just chosen not to fight, because that's also a thing. Like, you know, not fighting and just being stable, sitting in the background, waiting, watching, and then jumping in when it's the right time. That's what Tristana will teach you as an AD carry. Just waiting and watching, and maybe shooting and chilling, and then jumping in at the right time for critical action, aka killing people. For Xayah, again, you use your ultis, like the jumping thing, like you kind of you kind of use it as an offensive damage tool. And while it is amazing as an offensive damage tool, because then you pull it back and everybody gets snared, while that's really good, unless you're looking for like a multi-man snare, or root or whatever it's called, just use it as a form of defense, because there are people that could get onto you. Volley, Echo, Jin Force Shot, bullets, etc., etc. Just use it as some way to dodge it. Micro wise, like you dodged some of the skill shots that I see. Like if you actually got hit by that Echo skill shot, you would have died, and a lot of things would have happened. Like you remember that I said like that was a really nice dodge. That dodge was actually really important. So just treat that, again, everything is gonna kill you. I don't know if I have a fucking video of me dodging every single fucking skill shot in the world, but like there are times when I have my moments to just dodge a lot of skill shots. Actually, I think I do. Like it's like. I think it's on my plays. Let me see. It's like, where is it? I could have sworn I had it. Let me pull it up. But while that's happening, I don't think I have anything else to add on to my what I've said. So there's a lot of information to take, and we still have one more session that we can do at another time, because I got like a third client, because apparently I have a bunch of fucking people today. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so I can set up another time with you, like sometime, cause like instead of just jumping into a second session, what you can do is just use what you had in this session in order to like see if you can improve your gameplay, see if you can see any changes, um, and then we join in for next session to see your progress. So we were up against a Jin. It's just, I mean, like it's not about this. It's just watch like I guess my movements. Um, so just flash, avoid everything. So just make sure you dodge this. And then, help your AD carry. I think he dies. I'm like 15 HP. And then I was gonna run away. And then like, everything is gonna kill you, so you kind of just have to dodge everything. And then you win you go back around and turn it around. I thought that was funny. He QSS and walked back into the wild cards like dumb. Okay. But yeah, like treat it like this is the point. Let's say I was full HP, I would still dodge this. I wouldn't just take it in the face, cause you gotta really that is gonna kill me. Like you think like if you say like that's not gonna kill you, like no, he's a fed Jin. The guy is gonna kill me. I gotta dodge it. Like holy shit. Like yeah, that's only like one example of like micro dodge. Like you click a lot more as AD carry, and when you're playing as what's the name of the champion? Xayah or any auto tech based AD carry, you gotta click a lot. So if the more you click, it's like the more control you have over your character. So you really gotta practice clicking a lot. Cause I can't see your clicks from replay, so I don't know.
A lot of my roommates tell me I'm beating my mouse up.
Yeah, like basically, yeah. Say the same thing with me. Like it's just a lot of clicking. Was this the part where? Wait, didn't I dodge a skill shot at the beginning? I'm pretty sure I dodged a skill shot at the beginning. Yeah, that. Okay. No, something else happened. Oh, you can just watch this AD carry. He does the dumbest kind of dodges, but it works out, I guess. So, I land the binding. He sidesteps the Q, dodges this ulti. So that's really important. He has to flash back in though because he ran out of the range, but that was pretty good. Like see what I mean? Like pretend everything will kill you, but at the same time, if he gets hit by both of them, it makes it harder for him to actually get a kill. But he burned flash for it, but we get a tower off of it down the line, so that's why it's important to like dodge stuff. Dodging stuff is a mechanical thing, and that's what you can improve on as an AD carry, because AD carry is super mechanical. If you're gonna watch an AD carry play, watch. Well, I can't give away his Smurf, but I can't give away his secret Smurf, but I can give away his public account. Watch this guy. He is one of the He's actually the first mechanical player that was AD carry that I knew, because I only knew macro AD carries. He's a mechanical AD carry. I'll send you to his op.gg. Damn, what the fuck? He dropped so hard. Jesus Christ. His peak was 750 LP Challenger. Let me see if I have the tier graph for him. His peak was 750 LP Challenger when the thing came along. It doesn't let me see it past it, but he was a 750 LP Challenger. And I was actually there like when he hit Challenger and stuff like that, like last season. And then he didn't get his jacket ripped, but like he's a very mechanical ADC player. Like I've seen some of the craziest dodges, and it allows him to just net so much damage. Just net so much damage when you dodge so many skill shots. If you're gonna watch an AD carry that's like a pro that's public though, that's not like he's just like a challenger player. Like if you're gonna watch a challenger player, watch him. If you're gonna watch a pro, watch a double lift. His mechanical prowess on dodging is just it's next level. Like it's like when I played against him, you can't land anything. Like it's just not fair. Like he will dodge your predictions too. Like it's kind of like faker shit. And then like he also can cancel blitzcrank hooks, because it's just a mechanical thing where as soon as it lands, you just input the command and you dodge it. Like I'm like, man, can't land it. Like he counters blitzcrank by being a good player. That's how you do it. Every time, not just like once, but every single time. It's never like, it's just so dumb. It's just not fair. Like
I've watched a lot of his games.
Like you know what I mean, right? Like he gets grabbed on purpose just to negate it, and then the enemy player is just like, I just don't grab him, do I? And Caitlyn or it doesn't work with Caitlyn, but it works with Triss, where as soon as the grab lands, you just hop and then just negate it. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is so bad.
Yeah, okay. I used to watch him a lot, so.
Yeah, so those are the only two players I would recommend. If you're gonna watch a Korean player, watch Bang. Like that's an AD carry. Watch how they click, not just their decision making, but watch how they click. Watch how aggressive they are. Watch how they CS while fighting. That's why I say you should CS while fighting, because it's free gold and it's like lol. Control your flashes. Just be really careful on that. Like don't greed your summoners. Like if you think you're gonna die, do it. Like just save yourself. Like first save yourself before you save your allies, but save yourself, like, for sure. Like, don't just like, oh my god, my AD carries or my support's gonna die. Like, prioritize yourself too. Like, if you think you're gonna fucking
Yeah.
die, save yourself. Like, cause then they have to overcommit to you, and then if they mess up, well, you kind of punish them for that. They gotta go, like, they go for a tower dive and you heal, they're like shit, and then you're good. Um, that's pretty much it. I already went over the macro part, which is the part where you guys did the Baron and then you died. Like that I already went over the macro part of it, so there's really nothing else I could nothing else I could think of off the top of my head that I could just say. But if there is, you can just see it on my YouTube channel, so it'll be up after a while because I gotta render all the videos that I'm doing today. I got a lot to
Yeah.
do. I have a D5 Riven, a Silver 3 Jarvan, and then your Silver 5 Xayah, blah blah blah. What's up? We
You
still have
wanted
one
to
session.
see how much I wanted to click on my Twitch. I have videos where you can see how much I click.
Okay, so yeah, if you those are VOD reviews. If you stream or anything like that, we can definitely go over it like using a VOD, like a point of view kind of thing, you know? Like let me show you an example. Like when I'm playing let's mute the sound. Like when I'm playing Swain, like this is what I mean. Like see, this is point of view. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is simple. Like I can see my clicks, I can see how I play everything, how I line up skill shots. Though it's really small, like it's just how like I do it. That's a scrim. I can't reveal that. That's a scrim. That's a scrim. How many scrims did I do? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. It's just a bunch of it's just a bunch. I just wanted to see like how much you click or how much control, like what, because like point of view VODs, like it shows me what you're looking at too. Like if you're actually actively checking the map, actively checking your scores, checking your CS, checking information, pinging summoners, pinging this, pinging that, seeing how your your team is reacting, seeing if you're timing your summoner spells, your opposing team summoner spells, and your reactions, etc., etc. So it's very important that I see that, and that's where point of view review comes in. That is only taken into account via AKA if you upload it on YouTube or if you upload it on Twitch. So if you have something uploaded on Twitch, then like I'll by all means like go ahead and send it to me the next time we do a session, because then we can definitely, after this, like you get into a game, you come in with a different, like a fresh mindset whenever you're feeling free, and then you know what I mean, like it just kind of becomes different up to you, whatever you want. This is also retarded, don't ever
Well,
do this.
you can. We can do a VOD next time. I don't think there'll be a bunch of people here, so I shouldn't have a problem streaming.
Yeah. Like I'm just looking at this right here. It's just like we did the Yi Kale strat. Like, you know what that strat is, right? Like the Yi Kale, just like run it down. Like my god, my friend got 2 pentas in like 2 different games. It's just so dumb. Like you could just so dumb, and then like just wow. He kind of just dove someone after tier 2 turret, and then you're just like, what is this bullshit? All right. But yeah, I can see clicks, etc., etc. I can see VODs. So I look forward to the next time. I should be free again Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week. So just definitely send me messages, and just like if you got questions, you can send me on Twitter. You've already DM'd me on Twitter. That's fine. That's all good.
Yeah, I don't mean to blow you up. I've been really like I just want to. I've been doing well lately in games and actually winning, and then I was just excited because the few tips that you gave me, I was already just like popping off in games. Like as soon as you gave me them tips, I turned around and went into game, and
Yeah.
I used it, and I haven't really lost that many.
Yeah, that's good. Winning, and the thing is, they call it consistency. Like we're given the same, like you and I are given the same champions. Like this is why can I perform better? It's because I'm reproducing more consistent results, aka I'm getting this much CS, averaging this much CS a game, averaging this kind of style every single game. Like if you look at like I think my best win rate account is either Veggie Swain or Cape Crew Swainer. I'm not really sure. This is stupid ass names. I swear to God, I'm a fucking Batman fan or some shit. The
Well, my name's Where's My Sig,
It's like,
so.
like honestly, I thought you were a Graves player when you sent that. Like, want my Sigs or something. Like, I'm like, isn't that Graves' name? Like, you see, I average like a lot of CS. Like, CSing again is like absolutely key to playing your champions, because then you have to do more with the gold that you're given. And like, if you don't get a lot of gold, like if you don't hog a lot of gold, then like you're not going to be able to do much, because like your impact in the game was very limited in the early game because of the itemization that you had. You had static shiv and no essence reaver to back up the crits. and the damage and the mana. But then once you got those items, you just suddenly popped off, and I'm like, okay, well, if you had it sooner, what could you have done? A lot more. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where like CSing is super important. Like I went 9-2 and 11 in this game, and it's just like I had 8 CS a minute. Like that's pretty standard. The only time I've ever had like a record of CS is like when I went like 10.3. I got like 420 CS in like 44 minutes on Swain because like I just naturally farmed really well. I was like, huh, this game is really weird. I'm 21-0 on Swain on this account, but then like other accounts, like obviously it's not as great. Cape Crew Swainer is like I average like almost 200 CS like in each of my different accounts.
So me averaging 186 CS per
As
game on
as AD
Xayah,
carry, it should be higher. As a solo laner, obviously I should be higher, but of course, like you can't average like perfect CS like every single game because there's situations in which like you just can't get CS at all. Example, you get zoned out or killed or something. But this is actually a pretty good amount for the level of play that you're sitting at. Your goal isn't like your goal is just to see if you can get that 70 or 60 CS a minute. Like see these numbers right here. If you're gonna I'm just gonna filter it out. We're just gonna look at CS per minute. Okay, so like if you look at mine, all these games. The lowest I've ever averaged in the past sections of games is 5.6. Yeah, so I averaged like 5.6 CS a minute. That is my absolute low. Okay, 4.6. Okay, yeah, that's cool too. 4.6 is my absolute lowest, and my best would be like 8 point something, or like, okay, so 7.7. Do I have a 7.8? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I average between 4.6 and 7.7 CS. So if we look at that, or 7.8, there you go. Shit. So I average between 4 to 8 CS, 5 to 8 CS. Now if we look at your averages, it's going to be like 4.7 is like average right here for you, 3.7 is like
yeah,
really
my
low.
lowest is 3.
Yeah, like see the
And
difference between CS
yeah.
is extremely critical. Your highest so far is 6.1, 6.5. She's an easy farmer, 4.6 on Karthus, low. Like you see the idea, right? Like the more you
Yeah.
CS, the more effective you become. Like I'm just starting to win a lot of my games like more and more often. I even have an account on a different server. I think I have a lot more CS on that server. Not sure. Let me check.
So I can still work on my CS.
Because that's
I knew I
always
had
something
things.
you can work on. That is always something you can work on. This
I
is
knew I was still having issues with the mechanical part, but I kind of needed someone to like show me exactly because I mean I understand when I watch videos I got a general idea of it, but then at the same time I'm just like I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be looking for.
Yeah, it's like the thing is I don't play Xayah, and I only know like the gist of her abilities, but like I could just see like okay based on what other people do with the champion, like I could just have you reproduce those same results because I've seen what those results can give me. Like if I don't play Xayah like 100,000 games, I won't know like everything about the champion. But if I watch people who lane with me on Xayah, on AKA on my main, I can see what they're capable of as a player, and I'm like, okay, so if she does that here, then maybe someone else could reproduce those results. Oh, hey, they just reproduced those results. Okay, I see what that could do. This is this much damage, and I could just eyeball the damage, and that's just how it works. I've won like all my games on Thresh, and that's like a playmaking support.
Oh.
It's like I'm in Masters promos again, all these times, always like fucking Masters. Jesus Christ.
Before you gave me them tips, I was literally I would get all the way up to my promos for Bronze 2 because I was in Silver 5 long before I messaged you, and then I went on this really bad losing streak, and I went all the way down to Bronze 3, and then I just kept getting in my promos for 3 and then losing them, and then you gave me them tips, and then I pretty much just won like every game after that. It was just constant. It's been pretty consistent on winning lately. I'm trying to keep it that way.
That's good, and that is actually a good mindset going into it. Reproducing consistent results. Like if every game you set a bar for yourself. Obviously, don't set your standards abnormally high. Just set like an increasing standard for yourself each game. Like some games, I'm just gonna say I want to hold my hook more. I want to hold my hook more. I want to play my game more patiently. I want to land. I want to lane better. Like don't set yourself like I'm gonna land every single fucking hook. I'm going to get 10 CS a minute. Like it's not possible to get 10 CS every single game, every single time. Like I make my goal like those small but increasing every game because you go into the game looking to improve. You don't go into the game looking like they're better than your opponent unless you're actually smurfing to get to the level of play where you want to be at. Like for example, if I'm smurfing on like my name, Daniel 10, I'm going to be looking to play either champions I'm comfortable on, Swain, lol, like what a surprise, or like my supports, which I hit D5 with this. This is fucking retarded. I forgot to change. I thought I was gonna play Thresh, so I didn't change my mastery. So I was like, all right, we got this. And now Colossal and Lulu actually saved my life. Like I ulted somebody and I fucking knocked like 2 people up, and then I got shot like by a fucking Victor laser, but the shield negated it, and I'm just like, holy shit.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Accidentally tanked the wrong keystone and it still worked
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So you set the you set your don't set your standards too high, but don't set them like terribly low. Like I mean, like, oh, I'm just gonna get like 40th a minute.
Well,
That's acceptable, Like Jesus
I have
Christ.
a long-term goal of reaching Master Challenger rank. That's like my long-term goal, but
Yeah.
like I'm hoping to at least hit gold by the end of the year.
Yeah,
And if I keep climbing like
gold
this,
isn't
I might
gold
be able to
isn't
get
like
higher.
gold isn't like a difficult one. Like I set my standards to like I was like, okay, Diamond 5, right? Now I set my standards to Diamond 3, and I just kept going. I was like, wait, this is easy. Then I set my standards to Masters this season, and again, it was like there was the tier graph. It was pretty easy from Plat 1 like for the first part, and then I just got stopped playing, so it just decayed to Diamond 1 by default because I just didn't feel like playing. But I'm back here. Like I still have the capability of playing at that level. It's just that like I'm lazy. That's pretty much it. Plus, it's like even if you're up in Masters, like the thing doesn't change. Like you just get more like you actually do get more trolls in Masters than anything else because everybody has an ego. That's pretty much the only reason why you would ever lose games because of people's egos and not really because of like their terrible play. It's just simply because of their egos. Like we get like somebody like I'm barely like 200 games, but this guy's got like 1700, 1800 games, and he has like the biggest ego, and he's like he like flames too much. He takes too much resources. It's like really awkward. Like egos will develop, but like trying to not have an ego is like very difficult too because like there's some people that just don't have an ego and just are quiet, and there are some people that do have an ego that are jungler mains because they like take every single resource and etc etc. They don't like look to improve. They just play the fucking game. So there's people that play the fucking game to look to improve, and then versus playing like at a suboptimal amount of games to look to improve. Like grinding versus not grinding, basically. So for you, it's gonna be a grind because silver 5 to gold 5 is a very long grind, but it is a very progressive grind. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I understand.
I think that you can do it. Just the less you flash, like it's hard to describe how you're supposed to climb. But I did have one client. He started silver 4, and he has these things. It's basically you gotta break your bad habits.
Well, I think this year alone I have almost 800 games in.
This guy has 1,000. See? So he started with me at December at silver 4, and then last month he hit this right here, plat 5, not gold 5, but plat 5. Now he's hovering between gold 2, because like the game does get rough like after a certain point, and he does go on lose streaks, like it's normal, but like he does look to actively improve. He's always messaging me. He's always like really nice about it. It's like, yeah, like look at his like his CS is just insane. Like some games he's on point. Some games he's not on point. Some games he ints. Like like 4-5-1-3. Sometimes it's just terrible. Sometimes he has amazing KDAs. His team just ints. It's like so bad. Like it's just like there's a 310 Braum. Like how do you die on Braum? Like you're a fucking tank, etc. etc. But some games are very unfortunate where you have it like I feel like running it down. They go 1-27 or something like that. And you just gotta look at yourself to improve it at anything else. Like it's just one of those kind of things. If I were to recommend you a champion, it'd have to be either Tristana or Ashe or Misfortune. One of those three. Just as a champion to generate threat. Because
I tried Tristana.
Mhm.
It's not that I don't like her. I just don't enjoy playing her. Xayah,
Very difficult.
I kind of enjoy running up there, and then somebody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna face check you," and all my feathers are behind him, and then I E and they get blown up, and then I laugh about it and go on my merry day. I don't know. I kind of like blowing people up hard with Jhin and Xayah. Jhin is the reason why I played him for the longest time because I just fourth auto somebody and just watch him die.
Yep. Just like, if you reflected on yourself, like, man, if I were that Jhin, I would also feel the same. Like, Flash, it looks like it's like very satisfying. Yeah, I agree. Jhin is actually a pretty good AD carry to play. It's very safe, or not very safe actually. He doesn't have an escape. He's a very smart style AD carry. Like it's not like an AD carry that you can. It's like an AD carry that anybody could just pick up if they're willing to learn the game. It teaches you a lot about patience. Really teaches you how to land fucking skill shots because those are long range ass shit. Like really know how
Yeah.
to time skill shots. Your problem in this game, like you don't have problems landing or anything. You just have problems executing the skill shots. Like you use yours offensively instead of defensively. And remember that like spells can be used both ways. That's how I learned how to
Yeah.
play Lee Sin at the maximum level, like increase my knowledge on Lee Sin. Because I've always used everything aggressively, but I've never thought about using things defensively. But I've also never thought about using things like, oh, you can do it like that because it exists. Like, of course it exists. I just never thought about it. Like, you probably know, like you probably thought that like using your spell defensively, it existed as a concept until like you just never used it because nobody told you about it, that kind of thing. A, B, C, you know, like there's always kinds of different things that mix around. Okay, so
That's
this
all I was-
session will be up very, very soon. Or not very, very soon. I can't really say that because it's actually going to take quite a while to be up. Don't build this on Corki. It doesn't work. Build Corrupting Pot. You just ease someone and you run them down. They take too much fucking damage.
The Corky game, it was my first time Corky, and I was doing with somebody like, you should play Corky, so I did.
Holy shit. Corki is actually
Hey.
pretty easy to pick. Like I've seen someone like QE, and they just die. I'm like, what is that? Like, is this balanced or what? Like, Jesus fucking shit. Holy crap.
Yeah, that one Corky game, that was just my person I was doing with. You should play Corky, so I did.
Yeah. Just don't take Thunderlords on Xayah because it's just not effective in terms of damage output. Like in the late game, like that game, I think you ran Thunderlords. Like you saw how ineffective it was. I think you could have actually survived a lot more to the team fights had you had Warlords, simply because the move speed allows you to escape certain skill shots, which allows you also when you crit, which by the way you have 80% crit. No, you have 100% crit chance. That means that if you proc Warlords, you instantly mega heal. Like
Yeah.
your survivability rates would have increased dramatically. So yeah, that's why I think Warlords is just overall better. Like in general, Warlords was just amazing because you already had the items for it. I forgot to go over that. You already had the items for it. Rapid fire amplifies I never knew this until my friend actually told me about it because he's an ADC main, because I don't main ADC, like I said. I just play bot lane. But I know that like the Warlords will amplify at a quicker rate if you use if you use rapid fire cannon, because it is considered an energized attack, and because it is considered an energized attack, you energize it faster, so you're getting more warlords attacks off, which allows you to kite more and heal more during team fights. And you know how important it is as an AD carry, like as I have stated many times, it is to stay alive. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized I can't change my password, but I trust you, so.
Yeah.
I'm locked out of my email, that's why. I cannot get into it worth my life. But it's alright. I'm not too worried about it. I don't have nothing worth anything, really, in my opinion, on here. I don't think you're going to go on my account and just, like, freaking, this guy's climbing, let's demote his ass.
No, that's just rude AF.
But I trust you, so I'm not worried about it. I forgot I could not do anything about it.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, you're like you can like look at the like we're gonna look at the tier graph. Like you start silver 5, you just back to silver 5. It's climb exists, and it goes okay. So 5 to 5, that's great. We gotta take it to the next step. The amount of games you play doesn't matter. You just want to limit yourself. Like this champion right here, don't do it. Don't. Way too mechanical right now. Way too mechanical. And as I know, even the AD carry players that main AD carry hate playing this AD carry in particular, Vayne. Like I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I hate coaching Vayne. Like I hate coaching bronze Vaynes because like they don't dodge anything and they just eat all the skill shots. Like at least if you're playing Xayah, while she is very mechanically difficult to play, she has an escape. I always see Vaynes rolling in, and I'm just like, please stop. No, this is not right. Like, I just get frustrated because they just pick Vayne. I'm just like, I like Vayne, I like Vayne, I like Vayne. I want to be mechanical god. When they can't even, like, when you dodge skill shots, if you cannot dodge it by your physical hand, right? Like your physical clicking, then your next step is to dodge it via your spells, aka your ulti. If your spells are not enough, you dodge it by your flash. So, as a Vayne player, you must dodge skill shots by hand. If you can't dodge it by your hand, tumble. If you can't tumble, flash. You know what I mean? Like, it's an alternate, but you flash should be your last resort.
Yeah, I try to not play Vayne too much anymore. For a while there, I was on a Vayne kick, but I kind of quit because it wasn't working out. I kept getting hit by shots, and I just wasn't quite completely. I did not feel confident enough to keep playing her, even though I was doing well a lot. I didn't feel confident enough anymore. I don't feel like I'm ready to play her, I guess is what you'd say.
Yeah. MF, holy. MF is a great AD carry. She punishes with the lethality. You kind of just like auto Q auto. I've seen some bullshit with MF. Like you kind of just like last hit a minion and then it bounces and it kills somebody. Like oh my god. She
Oh,
is a
my
very
MF?
abusive AD carry. Huh?
Yeah, my MF game then in my OP, I was trying to scroll your screen down to show
Got
you.
it. Yeah.
But
Got it.
yeah, I three-quartered somebody with the health right after I got my dust blade. I
Yep.
come back in
Yep.
lane
Yep.
and she just
Yep.
like
Yep.
face checked the minion and I
Yep.
queued and her
Yep.
health. I was like, oh my.
Loving that damage output, by the way. See, that's what I mean. Except I wouldn't build Shiv. I would actually build Rapid Fire. Remember, Rapid Fire is just overall better.
Okay.
First, like specifically for her, she doesn't auto attack as much as you think. Because of
Okay.
that, that's why lethality is so good. Jin like benefits from lethality because he doesn't auto attack that much. But when he does hit somebody, it hurts. You know what I mean? Like that kind of makes
Yeah.
sense. Attack speed based champions with with lethality, it just doesn't work because like it like while they hit pretty hard, like they need different kinds of damage. Like attack speed, like you'll never see a Tristana or like a Jinx build lethality items because it just doesn't make sense. But you'll see like Jin do it because like he only attacks so little. Like less attack speed means more lethality, that kind of thing. And the rapid fire is
Alright.
good, and the reason why is because it's just because you ran warlords. That's why it was good. Also because you stay safer because you don't have an escape. Like,
Okay.
that's another thing. That's why it's better on Jin too. Because if you do play Jin and you do build a attack speed item, rather than Shiv, pick rapid fire cannon because it's an escape tool. Plus it stacks with warlords. Like you always know that those two items will now go hand in hand. That's
Oh,
just
so I
the
need to
tip.
be running Warlords on Jin now?
You should always be running Warlords on Jin. Right now, Warlords is the current meta. Ever since they
Oh.
made the changes to Deathfire Touch. Yes, I know. I see that the Deathfire Touch is there, but a lot of the pros are now running. Well, there are two things: you run Warlords or you run Storm Raiders. Storm Raiders was just better at the time because like you get a 4-second move speed bonus, and if you get a fourth crit, right, you get a
I
fourth
love
crit.
doing that. I've done that. I did that a few games.
It
I
makes
thought
sense,
was
right?
trolly,
It
so-
makes sense,
yeah,
right?
it makes
You
sense.
fourth crit them, then you run the fuck away. Like you get a speed boost, and you're like, yeah, see you later, nerd. Like get the hell out of there. But like Warlords is good because if you get that fourth crit, you just heal for a fuck ton of HP.
Yeah,
that's
I thought it
super
was
important.
trolly, so I quit running Storm Raiders. I
No,
was
it's not
didn't
troll
do it
at
in
all.
ranked.
It's so good. I've seen people run it. Like I had an argument like with my AD carry main, and he's like, I think Warlords is better. I'm like, hey, let me argue with Storm Raiders. And we stated reasonings, and we had a debate, and he's like, I think Storm Raiders is better in mid game or teams where you think that you're gonna get fucked. Like with teams with major gap closers. But Warlords is better for like DPS because you sustain yourself. That's why. So I prefer running. Personally, I prefer running Warlords. So that's my thing. Like Deathfire is there just because you get the dot off, but it doesn't increase. Like the damage isn't high. So like let's see, like let's filter it out to like I don't know. He doesn't play that much Jin games, but yeah. See, like he runs Warlords too, though it's like really meta. Like you see what I mean? Like he runs Warlords, and he does the
Alright.
most damage on his team. Like of course, low. Q then W. He runs the defensive tree mastery. This is a very nice mastery tree. This is a beautiful way to demonstrate like exactly what you need to run. Double-edged sword a little bit risky. Actually, battle trance wouldn't make sense because then you don't stay in combat for a very long time. Like 3 seconds is a lot because you like force shot him. That's not 3 seconds. That's like 1 second. I guess that makes sense. But yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, Warlords is just super optimal on all AD carries right now. It's just like I don't know any like just I like running Warlords. I love the sustain. I love the laning phase. It's just too beneficial to drop as a tool. Warlords. You know what I mean? Like even the pros.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see if I can win some more games, and I gotta go to the bathroom. So.
All right. All right.
Alright.
Good luck.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I'll upload this on YouTube when I can, and yeah, I'll catch you later.
Alright. Thank you.
Alright guys, that was my Xayah coaching for Silver 5. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.